Now available on Tata Sky channel number 526.
Now, sticking to Budget 2016 again, India might just get its first REIT or Real Estate Investment Trust very soon. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, in his budget speech, abolished the DDT or Dividend Distribution Tax on REITs. This comes in as a major tax relief for the industry, which was hoping for some kind of clarity on REITs in this budget. What does this mean for the real estate sector? And more importantly, you, the home buyer, Amita Balachandra, gets us this report.
Finance Minister Arun Jaitley seems to have listened to developers and industry body as the DDT or Dividend Distribution Tax on REITs or Real Estate Investment Trust has now been abolished. Now, this was the primary concern of the industry, and this comes as a huge tax relief. Because just to give you a quick background of what REITs are, they function like mutual funds. They invest in income generating properties or commercial properties, or SPVs in this case, or it's also called as special purpose vehicles. Now, whatever dividend these special purpose vehicles reported, that was taxed before, that was passed on later to the unit holder, who got a very minimal return before. Now, that tax has been removed, which means it is beneficial to the end customer or investor in this case, who will get a far higher return than he would have got before. So that is a huge relief that's coming in. But industry also says that there are several other concerns on REITs, like the issue of capital gains tax or minimum alternate tax. Now, those things have to still be addressed. However, the primary concern has been tackled with this big hurdle of DDT has been abolished. So that first launch of REIT might happen sometime this year.
And for an expert perspective on that matter, we have Samir Kanaba, tax partner at EY, joining us here on the News and Magic Flicks now. Mr. Kanaba, thank you so much for taking time out. Tell us, do you think this move by the government will give that much needed trust for REITs? Are you hopeful that REITs as a model will finally be successful in India?
So government has, while done away with the dividend distribution tax, this means that at least the investor can now hope for a better return. And obviously the return of an investor is a function of the value at which the investor invests in REIT and the return that the investor gets. So now for a REIT to be successful, it will be now more of a valuation game between the developer or the sponsor and the investor, that how much value is a developer or a sponsor going to command to put a reasonably quality asset into the REIT, and as a result what return would the investor get, assuming that now there are no more tax leakages apart from normal tax which the property profits or the profits earned from the property is required to be paid.
Mr. Kanaba, what I wanted to ask you is really simple. Do you think the REIT structure in India finally stacks up well when compared to other countries? Do you think the sector will see inflows from foreign institutional investors starting now at least?
So other countries like US, Singapore, they are having this business trust or a REIT structure for several years. So they have matured, they have graduated, and sort of they've moved up the value chain by clearing various hurdles or lacunas in their countries. So I don't think it is right to say that whether India is matured enough or whether India is ready or investor would want to come to India for a REIT. I think, as we discussed earlier, if there is a quality asset available, and we believe that yes, various developers have various types of REIT related assets in their portfolio, and if these are offered at the right value, then I'm sure that the investors would want to take an exposure into India as compared to global markets.